Because I do care about my customers, and I will gladly take the time to go over everything with the customer, make sure they understand it. And even if I have taken the time to go through line by line by line, and they say, oh, nope, sorry. I've had those same people come back to me a year, 2 years, 5 years later and say, you really did take the time, and I was just chasing the dollar.
Yeah.
I should have stuck with you in the first place. And,
Oh, nice. I love that.
it's a nice compliment
For
to
sure.
have people come
Absolutely.
back, and it's a nice pat on the back.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm doing my
100%.
job, so.
Welcome to the Studio 321 podcast, powered by Brightway, the Steve Trout Agency. We're sitting down with real estate pros, insurance nerds, mortgage masterminds, and local legends who are making moves on the Space Coast. Hosted by the best insurance crew in the 321. At Studio 321, it's all about community, real connections, and sharing a few laughs along the way. Strap in, let's launch into today's episode. Today's guest needs no introduction, but we're going to give her one anyway. She was the very first hire here at Brightway, the Steve Trout Agency, and it only made sense that she'd be our very first guest on the Studio 321 podcast. Yay. Our guest got her start in the insurance world after Hurricane Andrew, back when applications were on paper and technology, really wasn't much of a thing.
There was no technology.
She's seen it all, hard markets, soft markets, market meltdowns, and through it all, she's tackled every challenge with grit, grace, and her signature determination. Now entering her 15th year with our agency, she's not just part of our team, she's part of our foundation. If there were an Insurance Hall of Fame on the Space Coast, she'd be a first ballot inductee. We're proud to kick off this podcast with a true legend. Please welcome our friend and colleague, Audrey Young. How are you, Audrey?
Thank you very much. A legend.
Oh, yeah. First ballot Hall of Fame.
Okay.
We almost got the gold jacket, but they're on back order.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I remember literally first week into opening the agency, a mutual friend of me and Audrey's reached out and said, hey, I know somebody looking for a job. I mean, the timing couldn't have been more perfect.
Was that Patty?
Patty, yeah. And the timing couldn't have been more perfect. We had just opened. I really needed somebody. And to be honest with you, I was still pretty green, in running a business, and even in the insurance world, was still kind of getting my wings under me, and really needed somebody with some experience that could kind of hit the ground running with us. And Audrey kind of honestly fell in our lap through just luck and knowing the right people, right? And,
yeah, exactly.
And Audrey came on and honestly never really looked back. I mean, she's been here 15 years with us. You're going to be 15 years in August, which is really amazing. It's really awesome. When I think about all the different iterations of our office and all the different things that we've been through here.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
We've seen a lot of people come and go through the office. Not everybody obviously works out. And but to have that kind of like I said in the intro, the grit and determination to just keep grinding through all the challenges and rolling with the punches. And I know I've thrown a lot of different things at you over the years, and we've gone through so many different changes together. And so I just felt like if we're going to do a podcast, Audrey's got to be our first guest. It's just, who else are you going to have? So thanks for joining us, Audrey.
Why, thank you.
I know this is out of your comfort zone. It's actually out of my comfort zone too, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's out of mine too. I don't know what we're doing, but I like it.
When I thought about
right now.
doing a podcast, the reason I started this podcast, I love podcasts. I listen to them all the time. When I'm in my truck, I rarely listen to music. It's mostly I'm listening to a podcast. A lot of times it's really boring stuff. It's a lot of industry, insurance related.
Yeah, we hear it from Diana all the time.
Yeah. And Diana and my kids hate it because I make them sit there and listen to it with me. But it is something that I'm passionate about. It's something I really enjoy. And so I've always wanted to do this, but I've never been a person to kind of put myself out there and do these kind of things. I kind of have flown under the radar in many ways, and built this business kind of quietly in the shadows in a lot of ways. So this is new to me. It's new to all of us. And I think it's great though that we're kind of getting out of our comfort zone. Want to have more of a social media presence on YouTube and those kind of things to drive more business to the agency. But yeah, I'm really excited that we're doing this, and glad we got started. So this is our first episode. This is our first real recording. And let's just see how it goes.
Let's do it.
No, I think it's good because, you know, we do marketing events and everything, but you can't sit and talk to people individually.
Correct.
You know, so what, maybe one conversation where you deep dive into background, this, that, and the other, maybe 15 other people you work with, they are not going to hear that. So this is a good platform to kind of put it all out there.
Yeah.
If hopefully people listen to it,
Yeah.
they get to hear it, understand us a little better. And I think it's more or less a new way of not so much marketing, but it's also a good way for us to sit and chat together as well.
No, absolutely. I completely agree. And like our goal for this is, right, to bring in different realtors.
Most important goal.
In our area, to bring in mortgage people, bring in other business owners, you know, really give them a platform to promote themselves and their business, get to know them, and you know, just have some fun with it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, we built this business on relationships, period. Like, we're word of mouth, 100% word of mouth. We don't advertise. You know, we do some sponsoring of local events or local, you know, sports and stuff for the kids. But mostly, like, we're word of mouth. Like, it's on us to go out and grow our business. You know, shake hands. We've been a big advocate with the Space Coast Association of Realtors. We, you know, get really involved with them, and we have over the years. They've been a great resource for us. But like, mostly, it's just been us grinding day in and day out, creating real relationships with our mortgage partners, our realtor partners, title agency partners, inspectors. I mean, we've really created an awesome network that refers us a ton of business, and I think that's been the key. Like, I think the thing that sets us apart from other agencies is that we are, you know, we're just, I think, the best at connecting, right? And we provide a really awesome service to our referral partners, and we've built the entire operation around referral partners and them sending us their business. And like, everything from our processes, from, you know, the start of the phone call to the end, is all built really around our referral partners and creating a real seamless experience for our customers. And I just think we do that better than anyone, you know. So that's how we got to where we are, and here. You know.
I mean, in fairness, like, the processes that we do in the office, we've done it ourselves. We came up with everything.
Correct.
We might have taken some ideas from other successful agencies around the state, but
yeah,
what we do here is we came up with it.
No, absolutely. So
nobody else does it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really that I know of does it like we do. And I just think we've created something really special where a producer can come in and, you know, we can plug them in and they can have a lot of success.
Yep, we are a well-oiled machine.
Absolutely.
You know, and we're lucky enough to have the owner back us to make it that efficient. You know,
I always say
AZ, Quote Rush, RoboForm.
I never feel that I'm working for you. I always feel like I'm working with you.
Yeah,
that's 100%
Yeah.
true.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I mean, the way I look at my role now, because, you know, I'm not involved anymore really in the quoting and writing a business, right? And you guys for the most part, handle the day-to-day here and have done an awesome job of kind of taking the reins and growing the business. My job now is to make sure that we create an environment here where people want to be, and we have the processes, carriers, and everything that you guys need to be successful. Like, the thing that I get up every day thinking about is, how do I help my agents be more successful?
Yes.
You know, it's not about my success, it's about your success, right? Like, that's how we grow this thing. I can't grow it all by myself. The one thing I learned very early in business was, to scale it, you have to delegate, you have to give everyone else opportunity, because you can't do it yourself. You know, you end up, there's so many agents out there that get caught kind of standing still because they don't really know how to let go of the reins, you know, and allow your team to kind of drive the bus. And so that's what I've tried to do, is create an environment where you guys are driving the bus. And honestly, man, I'm just freaking excited to be here for the ride.
I was going to say, this place kind of runs itself now.
Yeah, you definitely let us do our own thing, and here to
Cater to us.
cater to us, exactly. And maybe you reel us back in every once in a while.
Yeah, I
when
mean, I
get
think
to
we
be
all need
giggle
that.
bears.
No,
But it's been a
that's
while.
been years. That was a long time ago. When the
It's been a
office was all
long time
open
ago.
and we weren't as busy, I'd say it was much easier to.
Enough with the cherries.
That's a long story. Yeah. That is a funny story. we had to
Save that
stop.
for another day.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well,
No,
yeah, we'll talk
go
about.
ahead. No, go ahead. I like
All
it.
right.
Yeah, go ahead.
God, when did that was what 9
That
years ago?
was
And that was
Back at the very beginning.
so. For anybody listening, the office started out as one room with 4 desks, and that's it. Now it's 2 office spaces split down the middle. One side is 3 offices with the podcast room. We have a conference room, your office, and the other side is 5 or 6 offices. So we went from one room with 4 offices, and the whole back was just whatever, just a bunch of nonsense back there, to like a full-fledged operation now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
We grew it from like just basically a shell where all we had was desk and it was wide open
White walls.
to, slowly building
Brown
out an
desk.
office.
Yeah, I think I finished
know.
putting together my desk in the very beginning.
yeah, but like, so there was 4 people. I was new. Scott was new. It was you, Steve. I think Brittany's. We had 5.
yeah,
Brittany.
Brittany, yeah.
And Mike.
We like to be negative at the time, and any cussing or whatever, or just don't talk about it. So somebody came up. I don't know where it started.
Jeff.
The word cherries. Yeah, maybe it was Jeff. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what you'd say when you got off the phone. Instead of complaining, you said that one word, and that was the thing.
cherries.
And then it became too much of that. So,
Jerry's,
man, that was
Jerry's.
yeah.
And it's like your parents say, I know what you mean. Like, I
Correct.
know what you mean to
Correct.
say.
And,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and that was when you were still writing business, and you were
Oh,
part
yeah.
of like you were on the ground floor, still doing what we do, and
Grinding. And I mean,
Grinding,
I
yeah.
I
Paper
could
wraps.
feel your pain. You know what I mean? And it was like, but we still had to figure out a way to like keep it
keep it level.
level. If we were having a bad day or getting off the phone with a tough conversation or whatever, and
Can't
we
slam
bring
the phone
that
down.
we bring that
Stomp
vibe
your
to the rest
feet.
of the office. It kind of like
'Cause we're sitting next
manifests
to each
itself. Because you're sitting so close to each other, and your vibe starts rubbing off on
Yes.
everybody else. So it was kind of a way for us to just like let everyone know we're frustrated, but at the same time, like not get into the details of it. It was like, all right, we got a cherries here, so we're
Oh
I
man.
hear what you're saying.
yeah.
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 There's a lot.
No, that actually helped though, because it made something that was negative into a positive. It almost became funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely.
I can see that.
It did help big time.
I
for
still
sure.
use it in my everyday life, and everybody just like, what?
I do too.
The one,
You have to explain the whole situation.
the one thing that I do want, like, I wish we could bring back that I loved that we did early on is we used to have the easy button. So everybody had
Where
those
did that thing go?
the easy
I've seen
buttons
it
on their
around here
desk.
somewhere.
I have one in my desk.
Oh,
it's
it's
And,
you
uh,
that
I
have
think
it,
I
yeah.
have one.
And
What did you
I
use
think
it
the
for?
batteries started dying, and then we just slowly stopped using them. But everyone on their desk had an easy button, and every time we would bind a policy or write a new policy, we'd hit the easy button, and so you knew who was writing business because you would hear the easy button going on.
That's
And if you were having a
hilarious.
slow week and you heard somebody keep hitting it, oh boy, did that
Yeah,
drive me nuts. Oh man.
I bet.
I hated
Yeah.
that
Then the
thing.
battery started dying, and easy.
Let's back up a little bit. Let's give out some history of the office. We started with 4 people, 5 people, open room. Talk about, I don't know, let's talk about how it started and where we're at now, like how far we've come. I think that's important.
Started
Yeah.
from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, that's it.
That was the Friday song.
Yeah, that was the Friday song. Every Friday we would play. Started from the bottom. Now we're here. After
When we'd have a good week.
when we had a good week, we would blare it on Fridays. And
Until a customer walked in.
I remember one day I was sitting at my desk. We were all super excited because we had a killer week, and it was the biggest week we had ever had at the time. So we were like, "Turn up the music, let's go!"
Oh my
So we had started from the bottom. Now we're here, blaring, and I'm at my desk sitting there, kind of wrapping up my Friday or whatever, and I did not know it. A customer had walked in the office, came right over to my desk, and was sitting right in front of me. And I had no idea because the music was so loud.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll never forget that. And he ended up being super cool as a young kid, and he thought it was hilarious. So it ended up being like the
Did
right
he ask,
customer.
are you hiring?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But we just always have tried to keep it fun and light around here, and create an environment, like I said, where everybody loves to come to. And
Yeah.
We have to.
yeah, you have to. Otherwise, this industry isn't easy, and it'll drive you crazy sometimes. So
Yeah, I feel like you walk in and it's more like I'm here to provide the service to my customers that help help them out. And then, we write policies about how we make money, but it helps put food on your table for your family, right? So it doesn't feel like a job almost. It feels like it doesn't feel like anything. It's you're coming to do what you're supposed to do, and that's it. It's not like, oh, my job. Blah, blah,
Right.
blah.
No.
We don't clock in. We don't do any of that. It's everybody's on the same page. We all have the same goal. If you're successful, the office is successful. And it's always been that way. And the ones who don't go by that, that's why they're not here. Yeah. And that's why we're here. 14 years, 8 years, 13 years.
Yeah, I mean, in the early days, it started with just me and Audrey. And then I think we slowly, every year, about added a producer on average every year for like the first 5 or 6 years. And then, some wouldn't work out, and then we'd hire somebody else, and then you eventually end up with a team that sticks and it really wants to be here and is passionate about the business and wants to grind it together. And so in the early days, we had some really good people that were connectors, right? Like I can think of like Brittany, was somebody who came in and really helped us, with our marketing and connecting with people. And now she's gone on to, working for one of our carriers and is actually one of our reps with one of our carriers, And so it's cool to see her success too outside of the agency and to know that, we were a little bit of a part of that in the beginning. But honestly, we just have had like really great people work here, we really have. And, I'm just kind of proud of what we've done and accomplished. And this is kind of why I want to do the podcast. Like, I want to let the world know, like, we're freaking awesome. We're doing big things. And, if you're unhappy where you're at, like, look us up.
Yeah.
Like, our doors are always open.
How many reviews do we have right now?
7.
700 5-star Google reviews.
1,000.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're pushing close to 800 reviews on Google now, and I mean that's
insane.
Huge
Nobody else is
testimony.
even close to
No,
us.
the closest one is like 60.
You guys deserve that. Like, it's a testament to the fact that we take care of our customers every day, and they're excited enough about what we were able to do for them to go on Google and tell the world about it. I mean, that's pretty awesome, right? And so, there's a reason we're the #1 rated insurance company in Brevard County, because we are the best, right?
I mean, you mentioned earlier about flying under the radar. Do you think anybody knows that we have 700 5-star Google reviews? No. No. Do they know that we have almost 14,000 clients as our book of business? No.
Absolutely
Do
not.
they all call every day?
But which is exactly
Right.
phone
Yeah.
rings off the hook.
Yeah.
And we've marketed individually, gone out, we have our relationships, but we never really broadcasted it. Like,
No.
hey, look at us. We just do the work.
No, I
The
feel
work
like
shows
we're
for
pretty
itself.
humble
We're
about
huge.
that.
We're not some small agency, maybe in physical size or staff wise, but we're a monster agency,
Yeah.
and nobody knows about it. And hopefully, like this podcast, not that we want to tell everybody, but at this
We
point in
kinda
time,
do.
we kind of time to tip our own cap.
Yeah, we've earned the right to be able to tell the world how awesome we are. We just have, right? I mean, we really have.
And that's what
So
marketing it
this
is
is a
anyway.
Steve's like,
New-
I deserve this moment.
Yes. It's a new idea. You guys all want me to get on board with marketing and everything else. So I like this idea, this platform, because it's a way to market without actually leaving the office.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, at least
I
you're
mean,
truthful about it. There's no sense in lying.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
you've been
it's
doing this a
hard.
long time, right? Like, and it's a grind to get out of the office and do all that and
It
create those
really is.
relationships, And I'm sure after, being in the business as long as you have, like, you're looking for different ways to kind of market yourself and change the way
Yeah.
we're doing things. And so I'm excited for you too, like with a platform like this.
It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, but we're trying.
But this is a new way of marketing, essentially.
Absolutely.
Now, is the relationship where you're shaking hands with the person in front of them and, whatever? No, but it gives us insight for people into us, kind of what we do and all that stuff. So
Now we can, we want to meet with this mortgage broker or this real estate agent. Bring them in. let's have a little interview. Let's have a little
Correct.
powwow.
Correct.
Yeah,
Tell me about
absolutely.
your business, and,
And it
we can
helps them
tell
with
the
theirs.
world.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
it only helps their business, and it gives them a platform, and we'll share it all over our social medias, and all of our staff will share it on their social media, and so it's just going to give a way for us to kind of give back to our referral partners too,
Yep.
and like provide them a resource
Put their
that
logo
nobody
there.
else is able to provide them.
Yeah.
You know, and like we have the studio. I built out a really awesome studio. We put a lot of money
You
into
did a
it,
great job.
and you know, I would be welcome to offer it to our referral partners to come in and create content if they want, and like we have a TV screen here so they can throw up their logo and change it and brand it to them, and we can record it for them and give them the recording. So like I just see this as a platform that we can really grow with, and I'm super excited about it. I really am. Like I put a lot into it over the last few months getting ready for this, and honestly I'm really excited that we're like doing it.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is neat.
I love how it was just like after, what was it, the gala? Where did we go?
He's been talking about a podcast. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Like
but
how
it was
started?
just like, well, like, no. But we were at the restaurant at the Alibi.
Okay,
And then he was just like,
I'm going to do it. I'm going
he's
to
like,
do it.
no, like we were talking about other things, but that conversation just stuck with him. And you're like, he just never got over, I'm doing this. I want to do this.
I thought it was after kickoff when you finally pulled the trigger.
I think it was kickoff.
But
Yeah.
no, when you
When
did, but it was
podcast
just
room started.
funny how like it was just that moment we were just all sitting around, but he was just sitting there blank, and he's
I
like,
went-
"No, I want to do this."
I
Are
went.
you sitting there blank? Never.
When I get like something in
idea.
my head or fixated on something,
That's all
and
you're
I
thinking
decide
about.
I'm doing it, like I can't just half-ass it. Like I have to go all in, right? And so like that's why I built this awesome studio. That's why I did all that. Like, we're probably like $30,000 to $40,000 into this room with all the equipment and building it out and everything. And so like I'm making a huge investment in doing this, right? But like at the same time, like I can't just go into something and do it halfway.
No.
You know what I mean? Otherwise I won't do it.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like building this agency. I didn't just build this agency to be a small agency, right? We built it to really scale it and grow it. And the same thing is going to be with this podcast. Like if we're going to do this, we're going to do it. We're going to commit to it. We're going to be successful at it. We're not going to fail. Like failure to me is just not an option, right? Like I do think this is the future of the way that we can market the agency. And I think we can bring a lot of opportunity our way.
I know
So-
we keep talking about marketing for this, but I think it's a good platform to use to educate as well.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, we're in insurance. Insurance is super boring, but there's a lot of people that
Yeah.
call with questions that
Yeah.
they just don't know.
Right.
And stuff we maybe see, we could talk about it. Hopefully when we post it or wherever it goes, people listen, people watch,
Yeah.
and
it's
answer a lot of questions that hopefully can be told to other people,
Yep.
and people get educated.
Yeah, and the biggest value from this is going to be like the clips that we create off of our sit downs like this, right?
Mhm.
Like so you're going to be able to create little clips that you throw out on Instagram and Facebook, and that's going to tease people to go watch the full episode. But like those little clips, most people won't even go beyond that, but all the little clips that you get give you so much content, right, to share online. And and as we interview people, you'll be able to put the little clips of those interviews, some of the key points in the interview and stuff like that. So I've never really been a big social media guy, so I'm kind of learning all this as we go. So what's our next topic, guys? What do we?
Well,
what
Audrey's
are
our
we doing?
guest, so
Yeah,
we're gonna
Audrey's-
have to
yeah.
grill Audrey.
Yeah, we do.
Some hard hitting questions.
Hard hitting questions.
Yeah.
I'll let you come up with them.
Oh. What's favorite hobby? That's a very easy one. That's a
A
lob.
little softball to start.
Softball, yeah.
Well, I like eating.
That's good.
No, cooking, trying new foods. It's so stupid. My boyfriend Kevin and I,
Mhm.
our typical date night is let's go check out a new grocery store.
Oh,
No, that's not cheesy at all.
interesting.
And we always find something odd and unusual, and it's like, ooh, look at this food, look at that food, let's try this. So
You know, it's funny.
You're
yeah.
really good company liking food around here.
Oh yeah,
This
Yes.
office.
we are
all love
definitely food motivated.
Yeah.
You guys have really good palates too. I will say
Yes,
that. I know.
Kevin is
Yeah.
a classically trained chef, and so yeah, he's taught me a few of the finer things.
That's cool.
Lucky
Does he still
you.
cook?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
So yeah, he's coming home this weekend. So yay!
Oh, yeah,
Yay.
that's good.
Yeah, you guys are pretty cool. I mean, pretty good at like, being creative and trying new things. I think the one thing you told me, you guys grilled octopus, like that.
Yes.
Grilled octopus is pretty
It's
good, actually.
delicious.
I just think it looks chewy.
How old are
It can be.
How old are your kids now?
Jeez. Alyssa just turned 22 and Trevor's 26.
It's so wild
That is
to me because
wild.
I remember when you first started, like they were just little kids running
Yeah.
around the office.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
The crazy
it's
thing
crazy.
is Alyssa just got engaged.
Aww,
So she's going to be
Awesome.
getting
Congratulations.
married.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah, so
That's
we're
exciting.
putting in the overtime so we can pay for a wedding.
Nice.
Mhm.
You know, I'm the
That's
youngest.
exciting.
Am I older than you by like a month? 2 months?
I think I'm older than you.
Okay. But
By
I
a
still
couple
feel
months.
like, you know, at heart, like I'm in my 20s. Like I don't feel
Aren't
a
we
whole
all?
lot
You?
different
Aren't we
than when I
all?
started 13 years ago. But like when you're talking about like going to grocery stores be fun, 10 years ago
Right,
you told me that, I'm like,
exactly.
you're a
Lame.
freaking weirdo.
Like,
I know.
And now I'm like, that's actually not a bad idea.
yeah.
Or Disney.
Yeah,
We
Disney.
got the Disney passes, so.
I'm 43 and I feel every bit of 53. It's just, as
That's
soon
not
as
so
I
bad.
turned 40, it's been downhill for sure.
Yeah, I'm living in an 80-year-old body right now. We're trying to figure that out. So, I mean, I
Well,
feel your pain.
I may or may not be in my 50s, but it's the best time of my life.
Awesome.
Yes,
really
I love
happy.
that.
You
seem very happy,
Yes,
yeah.
you do.
I am very happy, yes.
Very cool.
Yep.
Cool.
It gets easier.
Yeah.
That's
So we
nice.
said hobby, right? That was hobby.
That was a hobby, I guess.
All right, all
Cooking,
right.
eating,
Cooking, eating.
going to the beach, going to Disney.
Favorite food so boring.
I know.
I was gonna ask that. What's
I
the good
have.
one?
Yeah.
Well, my question for you is how do you honestly disconnect from the madness at work? Positive madness, I'm saying, because it's a blessing because we come
Absolutely.
here to disconnect and enjoy everything that you're doing in life right now.
Oh boy.
I'm sure it took a while for you to do that.
Yeah. Happy hour was invented for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think insurance and kids were the creator of happy hour.
Mm-hmm.
I turn my cell phone off at night.
Mm.
I have to. I cannot connect my cell phone to work. I am not going to be available 24/7, although I should be. But you got to have a private life. You got to
Yes.
disconnect
I'm a big
and
proponent
take
of
that
that.
time. So there's that. I don't know that I 100% disconnect from work though, because driving around, oh, they need a new roof. Oh, that's a hit.
I know,
roof.
right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, they got a trampoline. Ugh.
That's so true.
Someone,
I do that too.
You know, someone posted something on Facebook. I'm like, no, the liability,
Right,
no.
right. I do that too.
Yeah, it's hard
It's hard
to
to
disconnect.
disconnect.
No,
And-
it can't be.
It
Like
can't be.
when me and Diana drive around, we'll be driving
Yeah.
around town,
How-
and I'll be like, "You see that house over there? I insure that house."
Uh-huh.
And she goes, "Yeah, you told me like 10 times."
Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Tarek does this all the time with garage doors.
Yeah, we
He's
do
like,
that.
we're like, we already told us this. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Diana, we
You
need
feel
to,
proud
we
of
need
your-
to go on wine and
I mean, you feel
bitch
proud of your
session.
work. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
they're using you as your service. It gives you a little bit of joy, right?
It is. Yeah.
You don't really notice that unless you put it
That's
into
so
perspective.
Right. Just with the hard market and everything. And like you said, it's been slow, but then all of a sudden I've been pulling my hair
Now
out.
you've been having great.
It's keeping me up at night.
Really?
Oh boy, it's keeping me up at night. So it's really hard to disconnect from work, but the fact that it is keeping me up at night,
It's a
I
blessing.
could
at
have,
some time. Yeah.
I could have
worse
worse
problems. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But
Yeah, I think too, like it shows like the kind of person you are too. Like you want to make sure that we're taking care of the
Yes.
customer. You want to make
Exactly.
sure you're getting it
it's like I
right.
care.
And so because you care so much,
Right.
Right.
it's keeping you up. you
Right.
know?
And that's frustrating, but at the same time, it's like, okay, so I'm not a complete robot yet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, because I do care about my customers and I will gladly take the time to go over everything with the customer, make sure they understand it. And
Yep.
even if I have taken the time to go through line by line by line, and they say, oh, nope, sorry. I've had those same people come back to me a year, 2 years, 5 years later and say, you know, you really did take the time and I was just chasing the dollar.
Yeah.
I should have stuck with you in the first place. And,
Oh, nice. I love
you know,
that.
it's a nice compliment
For
to
sure.
have
No,
people come
absolutely.
back
Mhm.
and, you know, a lot of my referrals come from my existing customers. So it's a nice pat on the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I'm doing my job.
100%.
So
No, absolutely. And I think, like I said, I think it just speaks volumes of like the kind of person you are, and the fact that it is keeping you up at night is, I'm sorry that happens, but it's
Yeah,
the same thing for
exactly.
me. Like I go to bed thinking about the agency. I wake up thinking about it,
Mhm.
it's just who we are. Right. And I think but actually that's what drives our success. Right.
Right.
Because
And I think
we're
that's
always looking for the next big thing. We're always
Yeah.
trying to figure out, where our business is coming from and making sure that we're doing it right and taking care of people. And when we fall short, we feel awful about it. Right?
absolutely. I
Like
know.
it drives us crazy when we fall short for a customer, or we screw something up, or we don't do something right, or um, it just it eats at us. And so that's kind of what drives us to keep getting better for our customers, our referral partners. And I'm with you. I mean, this business can keep you up at night, and it's one of the downsides, but it's also like so rewarding too at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
When you really have helped somebody
Yeah.
save money on their insurance, provide them with the right coverage when they have a claim and it's paid, and all the things, right? So like those are that's kind of what I love about this business, is really it is like satisfying to take care of people. It just is.
And I think we've got a great group of people working here, because I think we're all pretty much in the same boat. We all feel
Yeah.
the same way.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that, if you don't care, well, those people are no longer here.
Correct.
Unfortunately.
Correct.
Correct.
No. Yep. You're
Yeah, no,
Right.
I one of the things I'm most proud of is the fact that you guys have created like a family here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, and when somebody doesn't fit into that family, it shows itself pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you either got to get on board with the family or not,
This
right?
is
And
the way our
sometimes the
family
tribe
does
speaks.
it.
Like it's like the survivor thing. Like if people don't make it here, it's because the tribe spoke. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
You
never
know?
anything like personal.
No.
It's always like,
like
they
you-
just, somebody not caring about what they're
Right.
doing.
Like this is like
And it
we're
shows
one-
because
we grind
you always
here.
get the calls
Yeah.
back. You always get underwriting stuff. Like that always shows it. And that tells the family, right? The office, you don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
We all care. We've been doing this longer than everybody
Mm-hmm.
here. If you don't care, then we don't care.
yeah.
You know?
And it can only it could take one bad apple to ruin it for everybody.
Right.
So
Yeah, we've been through it.
we do our best to keep the bad apples away.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, the rapport of the office is definitely important because we practically live here.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
what I mean?
statistically speaking,
I
coworkers, you
spend more
spend
time
3
here.
times more than your family.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I do. I spend more time with you guys than I do my family.
This is what, and I love like our get-togethers too, like the Christmas party. Like we are constantly just laughing, just of all the inside jokes, just all the little nitpicking things, and like it's just, I mean, that's a blessing in itself to
Yeah.
be able to enjoy each other's company. So
No, absolutely.
Our little vent sessions. Gotta love them.
So we opened the agency, right? And I would say the first probably like 8 years of the agency, we were actually got kind of lucky. We were in a really good market, a lot of carrier options, really soft market where carriers wanted the business. It was almost like you had a pulse and a heartbeat. The carrier wanted your business. They didn't really
Yeah.
care about the condition of the home. They didn't care
Right.
about a lot of different things. Like we could just, we were
Buying,
writing,
buying, buying. Yeah.
writing a ton of business.
Mhm.
It was just an easier time to write business, right? And then I would say somewhere around probably like 2019, the market really
18,
started.
19, yeah.
18, 19, it
18,
really
yeah.
started to shift, and we got to a point where carriers were starting to really tighten up on their guidelines. They were starting to see a lot more loss. There was a lot more litigation from lawyers coming into the marketplace, which were driving costs up for carriers. A lot of
The hailstorm of 19, I think, is
Yeah.
what
That's when the industry
seemed
changed.
to break,
Yeah.
That's when the
For
market
us-
break the
changed.
bat.
for us, yeah, the hailstorm really changed
Assignment
the
of
whole
benefits.
market. There was a big assignment of benefits problem in Florida.
Water
But we went
claims.
into one of the hardest markets in the insurance industry history in Florida, if not the United States. Like
Yes.
we went through 3 years of probably maybe 4 years of really the hardest market that the
Yeah.
industry has ever seen. So this industry has been around for hundreds of years and has never seen a hard market like they saw
Yeah.
in the last 3 or 4 years.
I think
And-
Florida started it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
And
Florida
the rest
started
of
we're
it.
finally,
the rest of
See
the
it.
country's feeling it now.
yeah.
No, so yeah, Florida started it. Like we were kind of first into having some of the problems, and whether it was hurricanes, hailstorms,
Water
water
claims.
claims.
or hailstorms or hurricanes.
Yeah, a lot
Usual.
of hail problems. But basically what happened is
tornadoes.
there was just a lot of
Blue
abuse
tornadoes.
happening in the industry. People were really taking advantage of what they, some people were calling the free roof. Where the industry was replacing everybody's roof, and it just wasn't sustainable, right? And so rates went crazy. Carriers locked up. We had multiple carriers. Probably 10 plus carriers in the state of Florida actually went out of business and had to shutter their doors because they couldn't afford to operate in Florida any longer. And we were right in the thick of that. I mean, it was literally one of the hardest things I've ever been through in my life was surviving that market. It almost, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie. It was a really tough time for me personally because it's kind of like what Audrey was talking about. Like we care so deeply for our customers and for what's, and we want to do right by them. And it just got so hard over the time to continue to do that day in and day out with the rate increases, 100% rate increases, non-renewing, thousands of policies when the company would go out of business. I mean, we had some carriers that we had 800 to 1,000 policies with, and they would go out of business, and
It was hard not to go home and cry.
yeah, and we had
Really?
45
Depended
days.
on that happy hour.
I don't remember the exact amount of time, but I think it was like 40 days we had to like rewrite all that
Oh.
business. And I mean,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
that's but
Was
we
that
survived it.
United?
Like, we
I think it was.
United?
came up with a
Gulfstream.
process. We automated some things, and we
United.
got through it and did it. But like, definitely the toughest time in the business for me. So we got beyond that, right? We survived it, and I don't know that we came out unscathed. We definitely have some scars from those years, but we learned a lot. We learned a lot about ourselves.
Definitely learned a lot.
We learned a lot about ourselves. We learned a lot about
Yes.
like what it takes to really survive in this business. And I feel like if we can survive what we survived from 19 to 2024, we can survive anything.
Yeah.
Because that, like I said, was probably the worst market the industry's
Insane.
ever seen.
Is there anything worse than that?
No, I don't
No.
think there is.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's possible
That
to
was-
be worse than that.
Brutal. That Excel
Yeah.
sheet of all those. Ugh.
I mean, I was getting married, having a newborn,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
having another newborn in between all that. Lost all my hair.
COVID.
Had a panic attack. COVID.
I can't. I'm not.
I mean, it was a tough time for all of
Jeez.
us. It was a really tough time in the
Poor guy.
business. It was a tough time in the industry. But one thing I'm kind of getting, so the CEO of Brightway actually texted me the other day and said, "Hey, I noticed you guys have really ramped up and you're crushing it right now. And I just wanted to say congrats. And if there's anything I can do, please reach out." And I texted back to him. I said, "Man, I just want you to know, man, this business is getting really fun again." And we've got some really cool stuff going on here, and like we're just excited about the future now.
Yeah.
I couldn't say that
you gonna
2-3
invite
years
him
ago.
here?
Like 2-3 years
No
ago,
kidding,
I
yeah.
wasn't sure
Yeah.
what the future looked like.
I think he.
But
It
now
was bleak.
I see a cleaner, like, just I don't know. I'm just having fun again doing this. I'm having fun again
It's
running the
starting
office.
to get fun again because we have options.
Yeah,
and
we
to
have.
give a customer option and have save a customer $1,000 and just to hear the excitement in their voice, like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, no,
the
absolutely.
appreciation, that makes it worth it.
And like Florida in general is like leading the recovery in the insurance industry. So at the time when Florida's coming out of the harder market and things are starting to soften for us and rates are stabilizing and carriers are hungry again and profitable again and all these good things for the marketplace, Florida's kind of leading the way on what that needed to look like from a legislative standpoint, from a profitability standpoint. Like the rest of the country is kind of looking at Florida and what's going on here to how to fix their problems across the country. And so I'm excited about the business and the insurance industry in general in Florida over the next 10 years, because I think like there's just going to be so much opportunity for us to really grow even more than we already are. And we got our eye on the prize. I would love to be a $50 million agency. Right now as it sits, we're about a $40 million agency, and so you know, that next 10 million is going to be some of the toughest that we've ever had growth wise, but God, I'm really excited about it. Like, I cannot wait till we get to that point, and we're going to go all in and try to figure it out.
Thank you.
We just need to add about 12 more hours within the day. That would work.
Right?
Then
I know
we
there's
can
not
do
enough
it.
time in a day. I know. I look at my clock and I'm just like, how is it already 3 o'clock? You know,
Yeah.
just it goes by fast. But I mean, that's because you're grinding, you're helping other agents, you know, and that's what I love too about, you know, people been here for so long, and you
We
know,
all help each other.
we all
out,
help
though.
each
I
other,
love it.
you know. So
Yeah.
And thank you for giving us the tools
to
to
make
help
it
us-
easier,
to
yeah.
make our job easier and
Sure.
Yeah.
to become the machine that we are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody's setting up our quotes for us. You know, the quotes are done when you go in there to pull them. Somebody there, once you've done everything you need with the customer, you send it off for someone to bind it for
We
you.
just have a lot of support.
Somebody get your apps out for you and get those signed and all that. That's just,
It does
nobody
help.
does that. And that's what helps us continue to grow.
To turn
without
faster.
question.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn and burn.
Yeah. I mean, we're writing, what are we writing now, averaging, Jay? I think we're averaging about 50 new policies a week added to the book, and we're writing somewhere around like over 100K in premium
Well,
every week.
The last 2 months we've averaged over 100,000, which is bananas.
Yeah, so I mean, we're really hit our stride here in 2025, and
With really, what, 1, 2, 3, 4,
5.
4 agents?
No, yeah, well, we'll call it 5.
5?
Oh, Miranda does.
Yeah, yeah,
she does
yeah.
her
She does a lot,
autos.
too.
She does
Yeah,
some
we
new
have
stuff here
5.
and there.
Yeah.
Mike,
It's
so
cross-selling.
5, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5.
Just killing it with cross selling too.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then we just, and honest, like I do want to give a shout out to our support staff here. So, you know, we have 3 amazing people in the office that support you guys on a daily basis. Like
we
Jay was
definitely
saying,
couldn't
with
do it without
No.
them.
with
No.
setting up apps, helping buying apps, helping.
The unsung heroes.
And
know,
when they're not
bring in-
here, you feel it.
100%.
Oh, absolutely. So, you know, Angela Van Epp, our ops manager, huge shout out to Angela. She's absolutely amazing. She has been by my side for most of my career, and honestly, just couldn't be happier with having her. I mean, she's a true friend to me and somebody that I lean on a lot. And she's just been just incredible to me and this agency, and has really helped me scale it, and has really become a great leader for us. And we're just so happy to have Angela. And I wanted to publicly say thank you
Yeah.
to Angela for everything she's done for us and the agency. And you know, Andrea taking the intake. I call Andrea the director of first impressions. She answers most of our phone calls. She's the first person you see when you walk in the agency. She does a lot of our policy intake, setting up our quotes and that kind of stuff. And then we also have Christina, who has been just an absolute incredible
Rock
pickup,
star.
absolute rock star.
Yeah.
Honestly, the thing that I think that sets Christina apart from other people is she is so passionate about helping people. Like, she found kind of the perfect role here because she really, really loves like making sure the customer is taken care of. She actually is probably, she doesn't want to be a producer, but
She
she's
really
probably
needs to be.
she's probably the best on the phone that we have.
Absolutely.
100%.
And what's funny is she's Spanish is her first language. English is her second language, and I swear she's better on the phone than any of us when she's talking to customers. She just has like a heart for customer service
Mm-hmm.
and a heart for helping all of you. Like, she really pours into this agency and does whatever it takes, you know, to get things done. So
And that's
Yeah,
what-
and she's my team captain, so all my success is completely contributed from her. So
Yeah.
And anything we need from our support staff, I have never heard a no, or I can't do that, or you know, just and that's what's very helpful too. And I think that takes so much stress off of us as agents, because I mean, we have our own thing going on, but for them to like alleviate some of that stress, I mean, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
And it's so. I'm constantly telling them, I appreciate you, thank you so much, and I. Of course, me giving them a shout out too. Like, I couldn't be who I am
yeah.
as an agent without them.
mm-hmm.
And we also have 2 awesome virtual assistants that work for us
Yay,
from
we're
overseas,
this.
and they're like just like a ray of sunshine. I feel like in our chats and stuff when we're talking to them.
I know they're big cheerleaders.
Best
They're like-
attitude in the game.
Really, like I love the fact that like they bring so much positivity to our inter-office chat that we have through Microsoft Teams, and we love having them on board, and they're been a big part of our success over the last couple of years too.
One of
They
the
throw
big,
some zingers out there.
yeah, one of the biggest things too is they're in the Philippines. Some days they can't work because it was so hot.
Yeah.
That to me is mind blowing. Like
Yeah,
it got
especially
too
the-
hot, so their computers wouldn't work.
Oh wow.
Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
you want to talk about perspective and like taking
Yeah.
stuff home with you.
That's
Imagine not
crazy.
being able to work because the environment you're sitting in where you're on your computer is too hot.
Right.
That's wild.
Well, when our
And
AC breaks, I want to go home too. But they don't have that, right? Like
That's what I'm saying.
That's
And they
crazy.
work through it just until it gets too hot where it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's something, and they're always positive.
yeah, they're
So-
always positive.
And
Yeah.
they're great.
Yeah, I think that's. I do feel really blessed to have a support staff here that, honestly, like they want you guys to succeed. Like they get super excited when you guys have success. You know, when they
Right.
see somebody had a huge week, like they're high fiving,
Mhm.
they're because it's like kind of their success too, right? Like
Absolutely.
you know, we really wouldn't be as far as we are without them, and so I just wanted to make sure that they knew that and they hear that because I'm sure they'll be listening back. And
I hope. That'd be awesome.
what would you guys say? So looking into your crystal balls, would you guys say like is your biggest challenge when you look to the future, like for yourself here, and like what do you think is, what do you think's on the horizon for yourself, and like what would you guys say is a challenge that you foresee coming up?
Go ahead, Audrey.
Ooh. Everybody gives me a hard time that I still write everything down. But
In your notebook
it works for me.
that you microwave.
It works. I don't.
Does
I
it
don't-
microwave?
Not
you
that- I don't do that one anymore.
Audrey had
that was
Audrey
pretty-
had a notebook that she would put in the microwave, and when you would microwave it, it would erase the notebook,
And you can redo it.
and she could
Just
redo
trying to
it.
save the trees.
And
but-
so we would hear the microwave going and going, is Audrey microwaving her notebook again?
And then sometimes like, oh, I burned a little bit of it.
yeah.
Dang.
Leave it in too long, it starts to burn, a little charred around the edges. But I was trying to save the trees. But
Yeah, we'll give you a hard time about the notebook thing. But
Yeah.
if it makes you uncomfortable, I'll clean it up.
no, it saves.
Well-
It's a lifesaver. I'm sorry.
If it works for you, it works for you.
works for
Yeah.
me.
Totally
Because
fine.
you took pictures of it, just to, didn't you put it in their file? Like you,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, I get it too. I'm jotting down stuff and then all of a sudden I'm like,
These are things
who
to
the
remember.
heck
Like
is
Yeah,
this?
it's still making it in their file. She's,
aluminum
it's a little bit different.
wiring. They've got monster dogs.
bulls,
These
yeah.
are the things to remember.
yeah,
So.
absolutely.
I will say that, Brightway's working really hard on some new technology for us, and we're going to be probably making our biggest tech shift that we've ever made here at the agency sometime in the third or fourth quarter of this year. So like when I look at my crystal ball, that'll be one of our bigger challenges, is just getting us all on board with the new technology, and making sure that as a team we know how to use it. But I'm actually really excited about it because it'll really tie us together with our corporate office and our service team, and kind of make more of a seamless process for us.
Is that
And
Fusion?
So, yeah, Fusion. And Brightway's been working really, really hard on it. They've done doing some really cool stuff behind the scenes for us, and I am excited to make the switch, but also nervous about it, because we've kind of been a well-oiled machine, and we figured out how to, make this platform work for us really well.
We finally got AZ under control,
Yeah.
know how to work it, and now we're going to throw a monkey wrench into the. It's like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. So, it'll be my role to make sure that transition is as smooth as possible, and we're gonna, take our time and
But
make
we've
sure it's the right
been
time.
through these transitions before.
We have,
This
but this
seems
one,
like a big one, though.
this
Yeah.
one's, yeah, it'd probably be easier than I think, but this one will be, I think, bigger than we're used to in the past.
Mm.
Um,
But as far as like a more benefit to us.
yeah, absolutely. We wouldn't be
Absolutely.
making the change if it wasn't more benefit.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
it's
I
going to
mean-
be a huge benefit to us, and I think it's going to help us become even more efficient than we already are. So that's why I'm excited about it. I'm all about efficiency and figuring out how we can move policies through the system faster. So
And that's like when I'm like, I think about, new technology and everything like that and the future of insurance and like, what you're worried about, like, what about the whole AI thing? Like, what is your thoughts on that and how it could take over insurance, people like say?
That'll never happen.
yeah, I think the problem with AI is people still want to connect.
Mm-hmm.
So like the way we grew this business, I don't think it's going away anytime soon. People still are connecting, face to face, and are still asking their neighbors, hey, where'd you get insurance? Hey, where'd you get that? And I think like as long as we continue to build relationships, we will exist. AI in many ways is going to make our jobs better and easier, but I don't think it will ever replace the human element of the connection that people build with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that no matter what, people are going to want to do business with friends, people they trust. They're not going to necessarily trust an AI agent. I think that there is still and will continue to be, at least in our lifetime, a need for that human connection and the ability to actually have a human agent guide you through the process.
Yeah, that's comforting.
Will there be different iterations of that? Absolutely. Will our job change over time? Yes, it will, because technology will change the way we do our job in many ways. But I still think that without the human element, AI is nothing.
It's like kin insurance. It's not AI model, but it's essentially direct to consumer. They thought they had a good model to rate risks. They lose their rear ends. They didn't have enough capital. They almost went under. That's why everybody got a huge fat renewal increase. Similar thing.
Yeah, I think these direct to consumer companies that are trying to figure out the home insurance market really haven't figured out how to be profitable. I mean, most of these new tech startups are very unprofitable businesses, and they have to continue to get huge infusions of cash into their business to stay afloat. Now, will they eventually figure it out? Maybe. But again, like, I think what will happen is those tech companies will end up coming to agents to connect them with the customer. I think what people don't realize is like how much it costs to acquire a customer. And so like an agency like ours is we're plugged in to acquiring those customers. We have a platform, we have a process, we have the ability to obtain that customer for our carriers. And that's where our most important part is. We're connecting the customer with the carrier, with the insurance company. And I think that AI will never be able to fully figure out how to do that. And so I think that's what will make us important, is connecting the customer with the insurance company. And so once these AI companies or these tech companies figure out how to be profitable in their platform, I think they will then look to independent agents to help them acquire customers. Like a company like the Lizard. I won't say the name, but the company with the Lizard. They spend millions of dollars obtaining customers and advertising. Every time you turn on the TV, you see the Lizard on there trying to get you to call. 15 seconds will save you 15% on car insurance or whatever the jingle is. They spend an insane amount of money acquiring those customers. And they just got passed this past year by another large company. And I think by Progressive. And so, we've been a big partner with Progressive over the years. And so what did Geico and the Lizard do? Is they said, we need agents,
He dropped the name.
Yeah,
I was going to say, you went from no name to name.
I honestly am not sure. I'm not sure what
I don't
Good
think
thing
enough
for
people are going to
edits.
be listening to go to
Yeah.
Well, the Lizard.
But
went
anyway, so
for-
with Geico, like they now are using independent agents to acquire customers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And now-
Because companies like Progressive were doing the direct to consumer and going through agents. And when Progressive passed them as one of the largest, auto carriers in the country, Geico said to themselves, like, hey, they're doing something right over there. We need to be working with agents. And so now they're working with agents to acquire customers. And so now
Good
we
one
have
to know.
Geico as a carrier to offer to our clients, which was, a huge pickup for us. And, but yeah, I mean, that's, in my opinion, that kind of proves like by Geico going to independent agents and going through it, wanting to be involved in the independent channel, I think proves that it is really hard to acquire customers, and they need the independent agents channel to do that.
That's why it was created. I mean, that's why the business model of independent agents was created anyway. So
Correct.
Yeah, people don't want to talk to a robot. They want to talk to a human.
Yeah. I get that at least once a week. Oh my gosh, you answered your phone. I can talk to a person. You're a live person.
that was the next thing you asked about. What's the scariest thing? I wouldn't say it's scary. It's the shift in. No, I wouldn't even call it frustrating. It's the shift that I think the general public is going to have to get on board with. Sounds dismissive, but help understand about phones. Calling into the agency.
Oh, yeah.
How big
Why
our
they're
team
prompts.
really is. How big is our team? Sure, we have 7 in office. We have 400 people there to help answer questions about your policy, take
Yes.
payments, make policy changes. But because they're not physically in a chair in Rockledge, Florida,
Right.
it's difficult.
It's scary for them.
It's scary, yeah. And granted, right now we're going through some changes in our phone system, so it's not perfect. But that big team can make lives a lot easier than where it's been.
Yeah, the way
sometimes.
we scale the business is, we have to utilize Brightway's service department. We pay a lot of money to be part of this franchise, and we have to utilize all the tools available to us in order to scale the business. Period. And so, but I agree with Jay. I mean, it is, even for us, like we have to give up. We have to be able to delegate, more of our stuff, to our service department and trust that they're taking really good care of our customers. And I think they've proved over the years that they are. Like, we have a really awesome service team at Brightway, at our corporate office. They really do care and take tremendous pride in taking care of our customers. And, honestly, like when I look back at Brightway and how far we've come with them,
We've done a complete 180.
yeah.
Our office on getting on board with the sales team and the service team.
No, absolutely.
I just forgot about them. Like,
Right?
I mean, until you said, I'm paying a lot of money for these people, you need to use them. That's where you have to wheel us in and be like,
It's like,
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we can't continue to grow the agency and scale if you guys are handling every single service problem, right? That's why we have service people. That's why the model works so well, is because we get to concentrate on growing the business and writing the new business and taking care of the customers that need new quotes and need policies rewritten, and then for their existing policies, our service department is there, ready, willing, and able to help.
And I think it's important for, the agents that write new business is to educate the, new customers that are coming in that we do have that kind of,
That
model.
Yeah. But Brightway, like, the model works. Brightway's had tremendous success with this kind of model where our field offices write the new business, Brightway services it. I would say they service probably 95% of our business.
That's incredible.
We do have to get involved on probably like 5% of things, just because some deals have, some different needs. But overall, like, we've been able to scale this agency because of Brightway.
100%.
I couldn't be more proud to be a Brightway agent, and it's been great for me and my career, and I think it's been great for you guys and your careers. I mean, like, the ability for us to literally concentrate on writing new business. Like, we get to come into the office and do the really fun part about insurance. Connecting with customers, connecting with our people, connecting with our referral partners, and writing new business, right? Like, that's the really fun part of this business, and we get to do that day in and day out because we have the backing of Brightway behind us, making sure that our current customers are taken care of.
Yeah.
And so, like, the ability for us to be able to concentrate on that, like, I only have to wake up and worry about where our new business is coming from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know Brightway is taking care of our current book and taking care of our customers. So
Correct. Yeah, that was one of my only fears, I guess.
yeah, it's like, as we grow,
Change is scary.
Yeah, like making sure that people are utilizing our service team.
Correct.
And
The only thing that's scary about the change is people pissed off about it.
well, we're getting to be like
That's-
where we're utilizing more and more technology, right? And some people just aren't on board with technology yet, whether it's through text messaging or an automated system that knows who you are when you call and tries to get you to the right person, right? And so Brightway's working really hard on dialing in that system so that the people get to the right people that can help them in an efficient manner. And unfortunately, with technology and anytime you try to scale and grow or change, right, there's things that are broken, and so there's
Sure.
hiccups.
Sure.
But I can tell you from all the meetings that I sit in with the corporate office, like they're super passionate about getting this right, and they take all of our feedback to heart and are working really, really hard to be perfect for our customers. You know, they really are. Like, I think like when I think of our leadership team at Brightway right now, we really do have probably the best crew we've ever had. And kind of like we were saying about like stuff that keeps you up at night, I guarantee you we have a leadership team that is kept up at night because they know that they got things to fix, right? And so, and why would you want to be anywhere else than with a company that is always driving towards perfection?
Yeah.
So,
Do you think automated phone systems, like if you called in, let's say you're calling like, I don't know, health insurance, right? You had to call, you had a question about your coverage. Hear me out. You know, you call, it's like, you got to hold or push this button, push that button. What if somebody came on, was like, don't hang up? We know the phone system's frustrating. Please listen for 30 seconds. I promise you, you'll hear what you want. You hit it, we got you. You know what I mean? If you just like
And
jump
do,
out
like,
on the phone, like,
yeah.
don't hang up, wait. I know this sucks, but just hear it out. You'll find what you need. That's what we need to send to corporate.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I also love that, all the agencies, no matter where they're at, all of them are just so supportive, cheering on every
true.
single agency. I have a agent in Chicago sending me, clients that, certain, carrier she's not appointed to. And, it's just kind of cool that we can all connect with each other and, send business to other states and, actually, keep in contact with them. And I think that's
I'm really glad you brought that up because it probably is the number one thing here at Brightway that I think makes the biggest difference for us is our ability to connect with other agencies. And we like other agencies have been so kind to me over the years and like sharing how they do things, how they've been successful. I've learned so much from other agents within our company. And it's just been like Brightway's always kind of created a platform where we're free to, to share our successes and we can learn from others. Like there's guys like, Billy Wagner, Chris Hubner, John Canonico, many other agents in this organization that have been like tremendous and helping me, through different things, kind of showing us, a really good way to operate the business, right? And so like just having that support, like knowing I can pick up the phone and call any agent in the Brightway network and they're ready, willing, and able to help me, and I've tried to pay that forward, to other agents as they now look to us, for that advice. And
I know, we got that ice cream. What was it? Chris sent that ice cream?
Yeah.
Because you helped him out with one little thing and then he sent.
But like those are the cool things. Like,
you remember the ice cream?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, so good. I was gonna message him.
I don't remember what I ended up helping him with.
But he was so grateful.
But he was like, but that's what sets our agents apart. Like in the Brightway network is like, and like even just that experience of like us helping Chris with such a thing that was like easy to us, right? But maybe he was having a challenge with it, and he went out of his way to send the whole office ice cream for helping him. But like. Those are like what makes some of the best Brightway agents the best Brightway agents is they go out of their way to create relationships and make sure that
it's
people
like
are happy.
you feel like you're just not in competition.
No.
You're
Correct.
literally everybody's just helping each other to grow the whole like model of Brightway. And that's what just, when we went to the Brightway kickoff, and that's what really inspired me about the company.
No, absolutely.
And everybody knows everybody knows Steve, everybody knows, Billy Wagner, like, it's impressive.
Yeah.
Every so often I get oh, you're with Steve's office. Wow. We'll have to pay attention to you.
Yeah. I mean, you got a name for yourself, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys are glazing me up right now.
He's like, let's go.
It is. Sometimes you'll hear that, with Steve's office or whatever, some random, and it's like we're not, you just take it for granted of how successful we really are.
It's just our office. It's just the way we do things.
Yeah.
to hear the other offices don't do it that way. What do you mean?
Yeah,
some of
that
our secrets
was,
we got to keep. We can't really disclose everything on here because those are proprietary
Yeah.
industry secrets for
but
us.
they reach out. I was on that new producer, Zoom call, just to see how I was successful as an agent. And, a lot of the tools that I had, they don't have. And they're like, how do I get on board with that? I'm like, I don't know. I'll find out for you, though.
It
I
is
know, it's
surprising.
just
Yes.
here. We just have it. I don't know how to
It's like,
But yeah, I'll definitely help you out with
How
that.
do you keep track of stuff? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Why?
Excel spreadsheets. And I'm like, what?
Yes. Who's
We
someone?
just hit this button.
Everybody
and this
does.
Button, and it
Someone
spells
said
it out.
toothpicks
I
or I don't know. Someone said Excel sheets and like Scotch tape or
sticky notes.
sticky like something.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, and like I said, I always have tried to keep my eyes open to like what's available in the marketplace to help us be more efficient. What tools are there, and I'm never scared to invest in a tool if it's going to help us.
I think that's the best part. You say invest. So you have a small investment to your tools. And, jumps production by 20%. It's paying for itself plus some.
Absolutely. Like,
it's hard to think about that.
yeah, it is. Like sometimes people go, oh, that costs $300 a month or $500 a month or whatever it is.
Yeah, but we made it back in the first week.
Steve
Yeah.
is not frugal.
No, I mean I'm not
No,
scared
he's
to.
not.
I'm not scared to invest some money into
Yeah, you're
something
not.
that's going to work.
Scared money don't make money.
Correct. And so,
You hear that, Tarek?
and,
Sorry, buddy.
That's
Sorry,
how.
Derek.
Yeah. But I mean, that's how we've been able to grow this thing is by always keeping our eyes open to what can help you guys grow and then investing in it. And sometimes we invest in something that doesn't work, and it didn't work, and we lost a little money, but no big deal.
Yeah, we'll get it back.
Correct.
One good week.
But we never can stop changing. As soon as you stop changing and evolving, you're kind of slowly dying at that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's what I love about insurance so much is that you
It's
come
something
something new every day. And we're constantly, and I wouldn't even say on repeat, but I love that we can constantly ask questions where, insurance is something that's constantly changing and, it's insurance carriers are changing, the platforms everything's just changing. And we can, that's what keeps us alive. And I love it, so that's why I've stayed in the industry for so long. And I continue to do that.
It may be the same routine day
Maybe,
in
yeah.
and day out, but it's not the same topic. It's
No, right.
something
Sure.
different.
Yeah, it's
every
something
Gotta
different.
get
single day.
creative.
It might be
We
the
gotta-
same overall book, but it's
Yeah.
a different chapter each day for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep. So
And we learn something new every day. There's something new to
Always.
learn.
But I really appreciate everybody listening, and we're looking forward to continue to grow this platform and to having some really great guests on here soon. So please keep an ear out. Go to our Instagram page, go to our Facebook page, Studio 321 Podcast. Like and subscribe. We're going to be posting this on your favorite podcast channel, Apple, Spotify, all that good stuff, and also on YouTube. So you can watch the full episode. But please go online, like and subscribe us.
And the first episode is always just going to be rambling. There's going to be no structure. Just
Correct.
talking.
None
Got to get our feet
whatsoever.
wet.
I don't think Steve does structure.
I'm not a structure guy.
No.
Honestly, I fail in structure. Like I need
You're not
kind
either.
of some randomness.
No,
I need,
God, no.
I need to be able to wing it a little bit.
Audrey's
I might have
I
some
gotta
bullet
have my-
points or
my
something,
list
but
straight
if I
today.
have to like read from a prompter, that's where I would fail miserably. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean, no. It's
Yeah.
fine.
But that's what I think is cool about this kind of format is you can kind of just be real and just say it how you mean it. And
I mean, listen, our agency wouldn't be as big as it was without our referral partners. So I'm more excited for that.
Yeah.
That's my excitement. Get them a platform.
I want to get them.
How do we have a relationship? How did it start? How's it going?
Yeah.
How do we move forward? What's their lives look like? That will be the next thing. So all that liking and subscribing and stuff will hopefully get that out to them so they know, please come join us and
correct.
show yourself off. Show off, please.
Yeah. Yep. That's fun.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Thanks, Steve.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy. This was cool.
Thank you guys for everything you do. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Studio 321 podcast, powered by Brightway, the Steve Trout Agency. We can't thank you enough for being part of our journey. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with a friend. Until next time, 3, 2, 1, we're out.